live.
Thanks for tuning in to this YouTube Live exclusive, HuddleCam HD Live, for meetings that matter.
Hello everybody, Paul Richards here.
And I'm Tess Protesto.
Thank you for joining another episode of HuddleCam HD Live. Today we are going to be talking about a really cool topic. Zoom video conferencing has just added live streaming to their platform. I'm really excited about that. I actually talked to the CEO of Eric Yuan. We've actually been authorized Zoom partners for since the beginning, for 5 years. And they started 6 years ago, so we've been on board for a very long time. And I've been telling them, why not add live streaming directly to Zoom? Because so many people are live streaming their video conferences.
So we can take a little bit of credit for that?
A little bit. I mean, I think I was pushing him towards it. At one time, I think one of our customers said they were doing Facebook Live, and then someone told me they were doing YouTube, and then I watched the full webinar of Zoom 4.0, which to take advantage of this, you do need the latest 4.0 client, and it turns out they support both Facebook and YouTube.
It's awesome. I'm excited for that.
It's pretty fun. But let's start off. We're doing some new stuff. First of all, we wanted to highlight a really cool comment that we received from Vols Music. This actually regards to Zoom a little bit here.
Yeah, we actually are playing around with this new feature. Was it Video Hub? That we got
Video Hive.
Video Hive,
Yes.
excuse me. Video Hive, you can get templates for graphics and royalty-free After Effects templates. And so we're playing with this template. We wanted to grab a comment that we thought would be applicable to today's topic. So we're going to read this comment. It's by Voss Music. He says, "We bought a giant Moosling green screen for our studio once this feature was added. Had been using green screen through ManyCam and XSplit, but it's nice to have it through Zoom."
Yeah, so that's referring to the new feature that's been included into Zoom, which allows you to do virtual backgrounds. So Zoom is definitely moving towards live streaming and supporting all of these new features that people are demanding and asking for. So big props to Zoom for the green screen feature. Now they're adding live streaming. So it's happening one step at a time, and you have to give credit for Zoom to being so easy. Isn't it such an easy
Yeah, it
software?
seems like a lot of these platforms are moving towards being like a jack of all trades, do everything right there.
Yeah, because we wanted to briefly mention next week, so you'll see in below here, the next week we're going to talk about Slack. Slack is kind of like the equivalent to Zoom in 2016, rising star, fastest growing software company in the industry, and they do messaging. So it's a messaging, we use it here at our office.
Yes, we do.
And they just added video conferencing. So now a messaging app is adding video conferencing, and a video conferencing company is adding live streaming. So it's very, very interesting, and we're going to take you through that. But Tess, did you want to show us how you made the cool little, not that one, this one, the cool little comment tab here in After Effects?
Yeah, definitely. So as I had mentioned before, we got this template through Video Hive. I just called it Video Hub. I'm mixing up royalty-free websites here. But yeah, so we got this template on Video Hive. You start with opening up the file once you've downloaded it for, it's called Video Hive Social Media Posts. And it gives you different options. Like you can create a banner from Facebook or Instagram, or like the one we did where you can display a comment that somebody has said on your page or channel. It allows you to customize. It gives you like a template of what you could say, an example of it, and it allows you to put in your own text, your own person, your own image. Are we rolling the
Yeah, it's right
screen
there.
capture
So
from
we're
that?
rolling the screen capture now.
Okay, cool. So all you have to simply do is drop down the little bars that you see me dropping down, double click them, and write in your own text. And then you re-render it, save it, and then you can go ahead and put it on top of a green background. So it allows you to sort of just put it on top of your image as if it was like a green screen. So we had a lot of fun with that. It's my first time doing it, so
we're going to be doing a lot more. We're always giving kind of tips and hints on how to do cool live streams. That's a great way to do it. So go to Video Hive and check that out. We also almost forgot, I wanted to do this at the beginning. I'm going to read out. We wanted to thank all of our subscribers who've been subscribing to our YouTube channel. We're up to about, 900 or so. Thank you all for subscribing.
Yeah, so we wanted to just give a little bit of love to our subscribers, and we're trying to do some new fun stuff on our shows. So I'm just going to list the 10 latest subscribers we have, and hopefully by next week we're going to have like a nice template where they actually pop up on the screen and you'll get to see your name and your face if you recently subscribed to us. So our top recent subscribers are Positively Osceola, Tabrez Nakwa, Felipe Godino, Lawrence Brown, Daniel Samuel, Charles Levy, Blurryface, Jason Kennedy, Othniel Thurville, and overunity.com.
And of course, our live viewers, Mike Lotta and everyone else who's out there, thank you so
Our
much for
regulars.
watching live. So that is there. Now what we want to do is show you a little bit more about Zoom webinar adding, because that's really our topic for today, Zoom webinar adding live streaming. So can't take full credit for, tipping them off on this presentation, but I did really ask the CEO, Eric Yuan, for this, and he said, okay, sure. And I didn't know what that meant because there was nothing else after that, but I guess he listened. So what is Zoom 4.0? So Zoom 4.0 is the latest version of Zoom. It's now available starting in February 2017. And when you basically turn on your Zoom client, in fact, I can actually go ahead and show this in a moment here, give you a little live demo. When you turn on your Zoom client, you can go ahead into the top settings, and I'll show you what the latest Zoom client looks like. In here, in settings, you can go and check to see if you have the latest client. So here's the settings here, and video background was something we talked briefly about, and you can do video background. But in general, you'll see that you have all these advanced features that you can enable, and statistics and all those things, but you want to just go in here and make sure you have the latest version of Zoom in order to take advantage of these new features. So the latest, there's a ton of new things in Zoom 4.0. We don't have time to go over everything. This is just a quick 20-minute show, but I did want to show that the biggest feature, in my opinion, is webinar licenses now allow you to be able to live stream to YouTube and Facebook. So that's the really big new feature. Now, if you just have a regular Zoom video conferencing license, you can't live stream with that. It's just for the webinar licenses. So that is kind of an interesting play by Zoom. I could see why they would want to do that.
Right.
And let me just go ahead and show an example of a live stream on Zoom's Facebook page. So Zoom has a huge Facebook following, actually. They've got, it was always kind of interesting to me how a company can have like 150,000 Facebook subscribers or likes, and then only like 2,000 on YouTube.
It just depends where they put their efforts towards. Like us personally, we have more subscribers, at least with PTZ Optics, on YouTube than Facebook.
So it's interesting. So this was a webinar. This is their webinar about 4.0, the new update. So if you ever want to see that, you can go to their Facebook page or their YouTube channel. I get most of my news from YouTube, but everybody's different.
Yes, I'm more of a Twitter gal.
And which you can live stream to Twitter now. We'll have to try that out sometime.
We'll have to play with that.
Random Twitter live stream one day. But so here I am just commenting on on it, saying this is a great new feature. So they live streamed to Facebook. It was February 26th. So a little tip about Zoom. Zoom just got $100 million of funding through Sequoia Funding, who is really the kind of the leaders in tech today. And that $100 million investment actually values them at $1 billion. I don't know where and when I didn't get a chance to invest in this company. I've been working with them for 5 years when they had 2 salespeople. Now they have hundreds of salespeople, and I'm very happy for them. Congratulations, everybody over there at Zoom. Great work. So Zoom 4.0, where can we live stream? Just Facebook and just YouTube today. The reason why they did that is because Zoom is super, super easy to use. They had to stick with that, anything that they can automatically authenticate into. What I mean by that is you click a button, you basically say you log into Facebook directly through Zoom.
Gotcha.
Right, and same thing with YouTube. So they're starting with those. Who knows if they'll add more? Do they really need to add more?
Those are the big 2 right now.
Maybe they'll add Twitter. I would love to see them be able to live stream to both.
Yeah.
At the same time, maybe.
Yeah. Though we always talk about.
Yeah, whether or not that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe we can dip into a little bit, but who knows? The sky is the limit. One of the questions a lot of people asked is about Zoom Rooms. So if you're familiar with the Zoom Rooms yet?
I'm still learning this platform totally, so go ahead.
Okay, so the Zoom Rooms are it's basically Zoom built for the conference room.
Okay.
So you walk into the conference room and on an iPad, currently it works with Intel NUCs or Mac Minis as your base station that powers the whole thing. And then an iPad connects to your computer over the Wi-Fi wireless internet and allows you to see all the meetings that you have booked in that conference room.
Oh, that's awesome.
So for busy conferences or busy conference rooms, you can actually go directly through Google Calendars and say, I want to have a meeting at 1 p.m. in this room. And then it shows everybody. See, we have like a wall-mounted. It books the room. We've got a wall-mounted iPad there. You walk in, you say, oh, look, this room, I have to get out of here at 2 o'clock because someone else has a meeting, for example.
Right.
So it's a meeting scheduling tool. It has wireless presentation. You can launch meetings directly from the iPad. It's a control system. It's like everything everybody always was asking for and wanted, and Zoom just delivered it. And they delivered it about 2 years before their competition. Blue Jeans, who's been their main competitor, although Zoom flew right by them, is finally announcing their all-new conference system that is a cloud-based codec, new style of web conferencing for the conference room now. So they're about 2 years behind Zoom. So Zoom is way ahead, and this whole live streaming thing is keeping them even further ahead, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Kudos to Eric Yuan and the whole team over there. So we mentioned this briefly. You cannot use a regular Zoom license. This is only for the webinar licenses.
So you'll have to upgrade that.
You got to upgrade that. You got to add it to your account. Now, I know a lot about this, so I'll just briefly kind of explain how this works. You can share licenses with your company. So when you create your Zoom account, you could have one webinar license, and maybe we'll go to the Zoom website in a moment and show how that looks. But basically, you can have, let's say you've got 25 people in your company, and everyone uses Zoom, and they all have a Zoom Pro license. Zoom Pro licenses are $15 a month, and they're great. You can meet with up to 50 people. But if you want to do the live streaming portion, you need to get a Zoom webinar license. And let's say, most companies, if they're doing a live stream, it's like one person in the company's live streaming, not everybody in the company's live streaming, right?
Like our Paul here.
Like we do live streaming once or twice a week. But if you are video conferencing, people could, that person could be video conferencing, everyone could be video conferencing at the same time.
Right.
So Zoom is, I think, really got this unified communication thing down pat.
Yeah.
They're doing great. And so by offering the ability to have one webinar license that's shared with all different people, if marketing needs to do their live stream one day and then HR does it the next day, you can share that license in the back end of Zoom in the dashboard section. You just go to the person you want to enable it, and you enable them to have only one person can. If you have 5 people that need to use it, you can buy 5 licenses. But what the point is that you can share that one license.
And that would save you money in turn.
That would save you money at that point. And the other great thing Zoom did, before I get way too off topic, is that you can have unlimited amount of free licenses. And free licenses with Zoom allow you to meet with up to unlimited actually meetings one-to-one. So if you're live streaming, if you're video conferencing with your grandma, you can video conference with her all day long. But if you have like 5 or 10 people in the meeting, they cut you off after 40 minutes.
Gotcha.
And apparently that was part of the genius of Zoom video conferencing. Apparently Eric Yuan went out and did some research and found that the ideal meeting was 45 minutes.
Oh.
So they cut you off at 40 minutes and make you pay to have that license. And if you're a professional business, paying $15 a month for that video communications is nothing.
Right.
So that if you have a huge business, and I was talking to Beata Health, they're a nursing place, and they've got like 100 people who definitely need to have meetings all the time, and they have 100 licenses for them, but they've got thousands of nurses that just need to make these quick calls from time to time. So now they can have thousands of free licenses and only have to pay for those premium licenses that they need to. So it was a genius idea.
It really is.
So that's the webinar. This is, we're going to make a how-to video later. We haven't quite done that, but why this is such a huge deal. And Zoom has kind of said in their 4.0 webinar that was just released last week. Zoom says it's because now the power of live video on social media platforms, that was what they were kind of citing as the main feature, is that Zoom, when you do a webinar, it's kind of like closed off to the world. You know, like it's just you and everyone you invite. But because social media is optimizing for these live videos to go out to your entire social network, they wanted to be able to leverage the power of that. And that's kind of why they're citing why they did all of this. And we've experienced that quite a bit.
Definitely.
So because Facebook and YouTube are prioritizing and optimizing these live videos that can really help webinars that are meant to be publicly, you know, exposed to the world, gain a lot more traction.
Awesome.
So that's the main thing. Basically, that really covers it. The nice thing that I really have to give credit to Zoom here once again is that not only are they're serving two markets. They're serving the one market where it's a private event, right? Like you don't want the world to know about your new product release that you're just telling your partners about.
It's just for your in company.
It's just that internal in-house communications. And they're still allowing you to do things like have a virtual green screen background and make a presentation. Although if Zoom watches this at all, you got to fix your audio, guys. It sounds pretty bad almost every single webinar. Of course, I shouldn't be talking because we kept the background music on for about the first 5 minutes of this video.
Did we?
Yeah, I turned it off. Mike Lotta actually told me about it. So, you know,
thank you for
take
letting
it
us
with
know
a grain
that.
of salt, guys. I'm just saying that those microphones that you guys use, the headsets, are like $99 headsets, and it's like you guys are broadcasting to thousands of people. So we use these really high-end DPA Define headsets that we have a whole course on if you're interested in taking. On building a virtual set. I think Zoom could do great with a virtual set. Let's talk about a virtual set because we've got about 5 minutes till we're going to keep this 20-minute show going.
Sounds good to me.
This I think Zoom could do great with. They have one conference room that's called Sharks with this giant shark mural, which is kind of cool. So they're doing some cool stuff. But tell me about how you designed this one.
Yeah, well, this is sort of my baby right now, so I'm pretty proud of it. We knew we wanted something that was physical to add to using. We love our green screen. We love using that, but we wanted something that was physical, present, and that we could display real items on. So we went to figure out what we're going to do with the background first. So we created a Pinterest board, which Paul's kind of new to it, but we had a lot of fun with it.
I have to say, guys, you might want to try it.
We bounced around some ideas on that and finally decided on doing a blue brick. We wanted to keep it modern and a corporate feel, but also fresh and fun. So this is just vinyl sticker. We got it from Lane Signs, a local sign company. We just went with these floating shelves so that we could display items on, and also some... what did we call it last time? Accent pieces. I couldn't think of the word. We decided to go with green because I think green really pops on this blue.
It looks great.
We got the clock. Does. It's just relative.
This is a real clock. You can tell we're really live streaming, and it does actually work.
We love the clock for some reason. We're excited about the clock. So we just got a clock. We got some fake plants, just some little decorative pieces. We wanted to keep our subscribe pillow in the top instead of having an annotation or anything like that. We just have a pillow up here. And we have a like pillow for Facebook when we do our Facebook Live shows. And we also have this space here where we're able to display a product like a camera or whatever it is that we're talking about. So
we've also got this whole table here. And do I have a... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you actually what is going on. Here, this is like where we are. We are in a regular conference room. Okay, so this is just a complete retrofit. We didn't buy a new studio room or anything like that. We just took a small little space.
Here's a corner. We could do it.
We had to fight for this little corner too. Or does anyone mind if we take this corner over? So, but it really does apply to what we're talking today, because with Zoom being able to do Facebook streaming and YouTube streaming, businesses are going to want to add that extra dimension of professionalism.
Exactly. And Tess, show that they know what they're doing. They're with the times, make people remember them, just really stand out. All this
time doing webinars, making videos. This is what's going to make it look good.
Absolutely.
You don't need to spend time making virtual sets and all of that stuff. It's difficult. Now, check out our PTZ Optics show. You'll see virtual sets. You'll see why the professionals do still use them. Absolutely. But, Tess, how much did we spend on this?
Around, including this, the table was the most expensive thing, which we splurged a little bit. It was like $270, really nice. Something like that.
But we've got storage and chair, I
Right.
mean, stuff to...
The vinyl was $270, so you could keep it under $500 easily. This is something that it's worth the money to implement, even if you're making how-to videos about, like we talked about, baking, or if you're doing your own personal live stream for your personal brand. It's just good to have this, especially if you can't navigate and software and so on and so forth in terms of a green screen.
Yeah.
And can't afford a green screen. It's a good alternative.
It's
or
a great
addition.
alternative. Dean Langfit's saying it's very cool. Thank you, Dean.
Oh, thank you.
And we're just, we're trying to be the leaders, and there's a lot of other people out there doing it great. In fact, we were watching Live Streaming Pros. They give
My
a
favorites.
lot of great tips, and we learned from our peers and our colleagues, and we're just trying to demonstrate how our cameras can work with this type of technology and really make a big impact for your business. So that pretty much wraps up our show. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for our 2 p.m. webinar for PTZ Optics.
Hopefully I wasn't too rough.
That was Tess' first live stream.
I'm a rookie, so
Great job.
bear with
Thank you
me.
for being here.
Thank
We're
you.
also going to be doing some random live streams.
Yes.
So every
Excited for that. We're
Friday,
gonna experiment
11
with that.
a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be live streaming here on YouTube. On Facebook, we decided... I'll briefly talk about the Facebook and YouTube thing. So... some people out there today will tell you that you should be live streaming everywhere. You should live stream to YouTube. You should live stream to Facebook. You should live stream to Twitter, and you should do it all at the same time.
Right.
If you are CNN or Fox or somebody like that, this giant company, and you've got a million followers everywhere, yes, I do think that is the best possible case. But if you're a small company like us, or a small business, or a small show, I think it's the best thing to do is to focus on your YouTube audience and give them the best show you possibly can. They know you're watching the YouTube chat room, and you build the show around YouTube. And then if you're building a audience on Facebook, live stream directly to Facebook. Facebook has APIs for Facebook reaction questions.
We love them.
So wouldn't it be weird to have a Facebook reaction question on YouTube?
That would be awesome.
Or no.
Oh, I
know what I
thought you
mean?
meant their own type
No,
of
they
reaction
should.
system.
No, you're right.
Okay,
That would be
you mean-
awesome. No, well, yes, it would be good. That would be good if YouTube did that. But if, let's say you're streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and you're saying, hey, everybody,
sorry,
here's
Bob.
the Facebook reaction, and people on Twitter can't participate.
Right.
People on YouTube can't participate. So I'm a firm believer in live streaming to one place. It definitely simplifies things. We can learn from Zoom, a $1 billion company that built their business on being simple. In fact, next week we're going to be talking about Slack, who just added video conferencing to their messaging service. They built a $3 billion business in 2 years, fastest growing company ever
That's
in
insane.
history, off
Insane.
of a slogan called Be Less Busy. Let's keep it simple, people. I don't think you need to live stream to a million different places. Thank you, David. Thank you, CSC, ITV. We're going to be doing more demos. We're going to be showing you how to do all of this. And Tess, great job today.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. That is our show. We're going to wrap it up there.